Hello, welcome to another Becoming a Modern Man. We are playing Ad Nauseam combo, and this time we're playing against a burn deck. So let's see if we can get this underway. This is our opener. This is not too exciting. Slaughter pack is okay. Ad Nauseam obviously can be one. Never really want to see Lightning Storm. It's our finisher, but we never really need it in hand, so it's fairly dead as a card. I decided to mulligan this away. I suppose this is an argument for keeping it, particularly because we get a scry off the Temple of Enlightenment, but otherwise this hand doesn't do a great lot, so I decided to mulligan this. And we end up with Teachings, Pentad Prism, Angel's Grace. Not a super exciting hand, but I suppose we've got the mana with the Pentad Prism, got one half of the combo, and we've got Teachings, which is able to search up the Ad Nauseam, so if our opponent isn't too fast, we'll should be able to find what we need with this hand. The opponent leads off with a Swift Spear, which gets in for 1. Run up this Bloody Strand. Skull cracks me for 3, and then attacks in for 2 with the Swift Spear. Just going to crack the Strand, get a Hallowed Fountain. I draw Ad Nauseam, so pretty close to getting the combo together. I decided to take the 2 life to get the Pentad Prism out there. Either whether it was worth it or not, but we really need to get our mana together quickly. So I decided to take the risk on taking the 2 life hit from the Watery Grave. I'm just going to pass the turn. Get hit with the Lava Spike, the Skull Crack, which puts down to 5, and 3 from the Swift Spear puts us down to 2, and unfortunately we're not going to be able to make it despite having the combo in hand, which is rather annoying. I mean, there isn't really any way we could have comboed off. I think we just lose this game because we just can't interact with him and he's just too fast for us. I can't see where we would have made 5 mana. Actually, what I should have done is not conceded there, which is what I ended up doing, but use the Angel's Grace to live another turn if possible, and then see what we could do. Maybe we could somehow, use Teachings to find another Angel's Grace, and if we bought enough turns, we could have made it. Seems unlikely that would have worked, given that he's got a Swift Spear and potential burn in hand, so he could always, skip over things, and 2 attacks with the Swift Spear would be enough to kill us anyway, so probably wouldn't have worked, but it's important to sort of play to your outs, and playing Angel's Grace on his next turn would have been the better way to go, I think, in terms of drawing out the game a little longer. I don't think drawing another card would have helped us out, but obviously you've got to play to your outs. So let's go on to game 2. So we're going to go play first. Hand's obviously a little land light, but otherwise has everything we need. We've got Ad Nauseam, Angel's Grace, we've got a Lotus Bloom, which will sort out our mana once that's come down, and we've got 2 draw spells, which I can cast off this Temple of Deceit, and an Inquisition to disrupt him as well. So although it's land light, I think I'm happy keeping this. I'm going to spend the Lotus Bloom, play a Temple of Deceit, Pentad Prism on the top, which we don't particularly want, so I'm going to drop that to the bottom. Really we're just looking to draw lands at this point because we have everything we need. Let's play the first turn Swift Spear, which I'm greatly happy to see, but not a whole lot we can do. On top bottom, so I think I have a land on top, and then the other one was a Pentad Prism. Sorry, I didn't stop it quickly enough there, but yeah, obviously trying to find land as much as humanly possible. It runs out of Goblin Guide, Lightning Bolts us, puts us for 4 down to 12. Yeah, the Sea Chrome Coast is what we kept on top, so we're just going to get to draw that. Thanks to the Goblin Guide. So that's nice, obviously, if the Goblin Guide is giving us lands, but That is quite a threatening force he's got on the other side of the board. So I'm going to run out the Seam Chrome Coast. I think I'm going to lead off with the Serum Visions. See Talaria West and Lotus Bloom. Don't want Lotus Bloom, I'm going to put that on the bottom. Might as well keep Talaria West on the top, as we can draw off that from the Goblin Guide, and then I think I'm going to try and Inquisition my opponent, just to make sure that he doesn't have too much burn to kill us with, ideally, because I'm a little scared at this point. Oh, sorry, skip past that. So our opponent's hand was Searing Blaze, Mountain, Flames of the Bloodhound. Searing Blaze isn't very scary. I'm not entirely sure why our opponent kept it in this matchup. Maybe he didn't have a proper sideboard or what, I don't really know. But yeah, Flames of the Bloodhound definitely the scariest card we've had in hand, and glad to have got rid of it. Searing Blaze not having any targets is fairly useless for our opponent. So much happy with that being his hand, and just going to pass here. And draws another Flames, which is a little annoying, but better than having, I suppose. And oh, I didn't keep the Talaria West on top of the Serum Visions clearly because I didn't draw the card, so I think I just bottomed. It probably would have been a better idea to keep the land on top just to get the draw off the guide, but now we've got a Lotus Bloom in. Despite not drawing a land there, we have got 5 mana in total, and then a Simian Spirit Guide, which can bump us up to 6, which is all we need. So we just need to cast an Angel's Grace, and then we can Ad Nauseam for the win. So that was a turn 4. This is going to be a turn 4 win for us, which is pretty sweet. So Angel's Grace, get rid of the Spirit Guide, and then Ad Nauseam win. Our opponent probably concedes sometime soon. Yeah, so we just draw our whole deck, and obviously Lightning Storm him out. So I just get the turn 4 win there, which wraps things up. On to game 3. So this is our opener. We've got Lotus Bloom, Spirit Guide, Double Angel's Grace, and Sleight of Hand. We'd like more draw spells, I guess, ideally, but this hand seems fairly decent. We've got the mana, got the Angel's Grace, so there's only one piece missing, and that's finding the Ad Nauseam. So provided we can do that, we'll be doing okay, and we've got the Sleight of Hand to help us get there. We'll lead off with a Lava Spike, which I certainly prefer to any sort of creature like a Goblin Guide or a Swift Spear, so that's good at least. Didn't really want to take 2 on getting the Watery Grave into play untapped, and I didn't want to fetch a basic island because I could use the black mana probably. So just going to play the Polluted Delta and pass. Better take 1 life than 3, I think, against the burn deck. Opponent finds us for Swift Spear. He's just going to attack for 1 with it, which is fine. I'll fetch up a Watery Grave. It's going to allow me to use the Sleight of Hand. We find a Pentad Prism, which isn't exactly what we were hoping for, but better than drawing a land, which was the alternative. Flames hits us 4, 6 to 9. We draw a Serum Visions, which seems nice. End up drawing a Sleight of Hand and keeping a Sleight of Hand on top. Could have Sleight of Handed again, I suppose, but I was just trying to be conservative with my life total. I didn't want to crack all these fetches and end up in a bad position. But maybe that was a little conservative. Couldn't use a Shard Volley. It's down to 4, along with the attack for from the Swift Spear. Lotus Bloom's going to come down here. sleight of hand, which immediately draws me Ad Nauseam, which is pretty awesome. Although we did have another sleight of hand, so there's a good chance we're going to be able to do that. But actually, with the Simian Spirit Guide in hand, we are going to be able to combo off here. What turn was this? This is another turn 4. So just going to search up lands. I'm going to be able to Ad Nauseam after playing the Angel's Grace, and our opponent concedes. So yeah, another turn 4 win, which managed to outspeed Burn, which is fairly impressive. Not the best of matchups, obviously. They were able to pressure us quite quickly, but obviously when things come together, turn 4 wins are pretty difficult to beat. So things came together there pretty nicely.